Hello. In this video, we will look at how to write an introduction for a compare-contrast essay. The introduction is the first paragraph of your essay, and it helps the reader understand what the essay is about and what to expect in the following paragraphs. A good introduction should have the following two components. First, it should start with the background information. This should explain what the subjects are and why comparing and contrasting them is important. Second, it should have a clear thesis statement. This explains the relationship between two subjects, or gives reasons why this relationship is important. Your thesis is the last sentence of the introduction, and it clearly says what to expect in the rest of the essay. Now, let's take a look at one example. Pause the video to read this introduction. So, can you guess where the background information and the thesis are? So, the first 4 sentences of this paragraph give us some background information. They introduce what the subjects are, and in this case, these are higher education in Canada and in the UK. The last sentence is the thesis statement, which clearly indicates the purpose of the essay. Thanks to the thesis, we can clearly know what the rest of the essay is going to be about. Now, let's spend a bit more time on the thesis statement. This is the thesis statement that you've already seen. I'm going to show you another thesis statement, which is written on the same topic. You could easily notice that the second thesis statement is slightly different from the first. The first one is more general. Although it states the purpose of the essay, it doesn't refer to the specific points or ideas that will be discussed in the body. The second thesis, though, is more specific, as it touches upon the 3 points that will be further discussed. These are quality of education, cost of living, and job opportunities. Either of these thesis statements is good and acceptable, and it's up to you which style you would want to follow. Next, let's take a look at a few more examples. Pause the video to read this introduction, and then decide if it's a good introduction. If not, think how to improve it. Pause the video and take a few moments to think. So, you might have noticed that although it is clear from this introduction what the essay is going to be about, as there is a clear thesis statement, the background information given here is too short. It needs some development, and perhaps saying why it's important to compare studying at a high school with studying at a university will make this introduction stronger. Now, let's take a look at another example. Pause the video and decide if this introduction is good. Although this may seem as a good introduction, as it has clear background and a thesis statement, it contains the writer's opinion. Please note that in a compare and contrast essay, your opinion is not required. Instead, you could give your opinion in the concluding paragraph. So, to sum up, please remember that your introduction needs to have 2 things. It should have background information and a clear thesis. Your introduction should give the reader enough information that they know the basics about the topic, and that the basics are connected to the purpose of the essay. Thank you for listening.